Good afternoon, everyone. It's the Daily Money Market again. We're back on a 2023, and we are very excited, man. There's a lot of things that are going on right now on the markets, and we want to share with our people, man. It's a great day. It's a great day. It's Friday, and we always do this on Friday. Remember, after this session, there's a live session that we do. We teach people how to trade. We teach people the market, how the market goes, for absolutely for free. You just DM me. Once you DM me, you get my details and we'll send you a link and we'll be on. So today, I'm very excited. I got a new face in the building. I got Lulama. Lulama is a portfolio manager at the Globex 360, and Globex 360 is one of the leading forex broker in South Africa currently right now. So I've got Lulama. Lulama, how's it, my brother?
Man, everything is good, man. It's a very beautiful year.
Yeah.
Compliments of the new year.
Hey, compliment,
Compliments of the new
brother.
year to everyone. Who's
Yeah.
going to be watching this all over the world.
Yeah.
So we're back, man. It's a year of more opportunities.
Definitely.
All we have to do, man, like same old.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make dollar, doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense.
That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
And if you look at it in the market, man, it's been very, very interesting, a new year to start with. So pretty much what we want to do today is just to give you guys the breakdown of the biggest news, the biggest fundamental news that's been happening on the 2023 on Jan. And this is it's gonna be, each and every month breaking down what we need to, what has been happening in the market. Man. The market we've been seeing, and it's been very, very interesting. People have been making money. People have been making some good pips, and we've seen a lot of things, man. So, what do you think about the market at the beginning of the year?
To think of it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's January and everyone is just like, we're not gonna see anything happening in the market.
Yeah,
There's not gonna be any movement. It's a
Yeah.
bit quiet, not a lot of investors in the market. But
yeah,
we've seen a quite number of movement in the market, man.
Yeah.
January has been it's like if you look at the previous Januaries and look at this one, you agree with me that we had a lot of big movements, especially the rally movements happening in the market. We've seen the stocks also moving higher and also coming down as
coming
well.
down as
So
well.
not
man.
like in a very like small margin movement, but
Yeah.
those were like very big movements. We had the NFP,
Yeah.
which was highly anticipated.
Anticipated, man. The first one in 2023.
And if you look at it, most people are just like, okay, cool. What are we gonna have? It's an NFP, the first for the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's gonna be there's not gonna be a very big movement in the market, but we've seen that actually not being the case. We've seen the markets moving in a very, very good position, my man. Also, we saw the dollar during the NFP actually losing, even though the numbers were higher.
It was crazy.
That was something.
There was a point where we couldn't even understand, man, that how does this thing happen? We saw the gold and the dollar moving in the same direction, and which is very, very, very rare to see. And I understand because of the global economics that we're talking about, the recessions that we're gonna get into recessions. And the numbers, I don't know how did the numbers actually impacted the markets in terms of getting into recession, if we were going to get into recession or not.
Man, if we look back or drop back into 2022 and what has been happening, the key thing has been the inflation, it's been the employment numbers, it's been the central banks hiking the rates.
Yeah.
And that is one of the key things that actually moving forward, I can see throughout the year as we build up into these expectations of recession, we're going to be looking at these inflation numbers, we're going to be looking at these NFP numbers, the employment numbers are the key things that are going to be guiding us. That is why when we look at the numbers we had for NFP, right?
Yeah.
The numbers came out way higher than expected. The unemployment rate also dropped, right? But if you look at it, there are more interpretation into this as we build up into recession because of these numbers. They sent a message to the Fed.
Yeah.
The Fed started hiking the rates by 75 point basis. They went down to 50 point basis, and now we are looking at 25 point basis, or are they going to stick into 50
point basis? So, because definitely there was a CPI news after the NFP.
You see.
And then,
the inflation, the numbers show that inflation is cooling down, but why are we still having the market moving the way it do?
Definitely. It's been very, very crazy time, especially in the market right now. But what do you think a dollar to a rand?
Man, in terms of the dollar to rand, the rand has been actually having a very good run against the thing against the dollar in
Yeah.
January. We've seen the rand also going into 16 rand. We've
Yeah.
seen it going to 16 rand 70 cent
Yeah.
against the US dollar, and we've seen also the euro as well trying to pick up after it went down at parity
Yeah.
level last year, and now it is actually showing some signs of life against the US dollar. But the key thing is we need to look at the DEX as well. What is this? The
Yeah.
DXY, the dollar index. We need to look at how is the structure for the DXY, right? If you look at the numbers that came out for the on Wednesday, the DXY,
Yes,
the
the PPI
DXY
numbers.
dropped.
Yeah.
It is still showing that the US dollar is actually struggling in
To
actually
pick up.
January.
Yeah.
But what is it that we can expect moving forward? Because of we're expecting a global recession.
Of course.
Obviously, the stocks are going to be affected. What affects the economy affects the stocks.
Yeah.
So now we need to be very careful in
Yeah.
what we do moving forward. But I can tell you now, there's still a lot of things we can expect from the dollar, and there's a lot of things that we can expect from the rand against the US
Against
dollar.
the US dollar.
But
as well.
should the dollar continues to lose, not only the rand is going to benefit from this, but most of the major currencies, even the exotic currencies, will benefit from this. Because of last year, we have seen the Turkish lira as well also
Yeah.
going into the highest level.
Highest level.
They were actually, they had no value during the time, right?
Yeah.
But right now, with the dollar actually performing the way it's doing right now, we might expect actually most of the currencies gaining against the US dollar, which is a very key thing.
Man, it's crazy, man. It's just very, very crazy the way the market is acting right now.
Yeah.
I mean, recently, it was day before yesterday that I see the Asian market starting picking up, starting showing. They say they've been, offering the certificate or license to the gaming company that is being listed to the stock market. And we're seeing the Japanese yen, we're seeing the Hong Seng 50, we're seeing,
Yes.
all these the Asian instruments start picking up, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to be very, very interesting here. If you are not in a global market, get in a global market. I mean, what are we gonna do right now, guys, with the portfolio manager Ludama? I'm gonna try to bring Ludama, just to give us a little bit of sense about the market, how the market is going, moving forward. But definitely, definitely keep subscribing on this channel, keep pushing this channel. Let's talk about market. It's all about making money. It's all about, money will make us money. That it is. Thank you very much, portfolio manager.
I mean, it's always,
And
before,
Globex 360. But last one, how's the Globex 360 going,
man,
man?
there's no better broker like this in Africa, man. I can tell you this from experience, outside and inside. I've even had any issues, my man. It's been a very great journey, very smooth journey.
Yeah.
Comparing to the client's perspective as well, the
Yeah.
clients are enjoying a very good run with Global 360. Well, there's something wonderful actually that happened during actually my time coming here, right? So we had the cashback promotion, right?
Yeah. The
And-
cashback
and-
promotion.
and-
Yes, a Globex 360.
What happened was I had a client who had like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a very big amount of money.
Yeah.
Their account was like
Yeah.
$500.
Mm.
So he actually had a very massive loss on gold, right? Because
Yeah.
he actually went against the market direction.
Yeah.
It was not his fault. Market can actually do perform in a different way,
Definitely.
but also it is part of the game. But this guy he generated a lot of money from the cashback.
From the cashback, man.
Understand? And I was like, oh, so this guy got paid just for trading even when he lost.
I mean, it's crazy.
That was
I don't know,
something.
I never heard about the broker that have a cashback and paying you because of your trading.
You understand? So the journey has been
Crazy
great,
stuff.
man. It has been great.
Yeah.
We get to trade life with our clients.
Yeah.
So I can say, man, to everyone out there, man, who's looking for a good broker in South Africa, Global 360 is the way. Being fully regulated as well is one of the things that actually drives this broker to the top. So while we're still there, right, before we move into, we let this go, right, but when we're still talking about the yen, on Wednesday something happened.
Yes.
All the central banks have been hiking the rates, right? And only the Bank of Japan decided, no, we're still actually sticking to our low interest rate.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, we saw the stocks actually picking up, the indices picking up. From actually UK, from USA, they actually picked up. The Nasdaq jumped more than 3%. We saw actually the US 30
The
jumping.
US 30, the S&P
understand?
500. Yeah.
The pounds actually gained against the yen. That was actually a very massive thing. But there's still more information to come from this because there's still a lot that we're going to expect for the year. There's still a lot we're going to talk about because of this is only just the beginning.
Definitely, man. Thank you very much, man.
No problem, man. It's a great
Lulama,
pleasure.
and let's do this. Subscribe. After this, go and look at the videos that we are teaching people. And yeah, it's been a pleasure, man. Have a very, very, very nice day. Keep training